It starts with fire, but not just any fire, an ancient one. A living, ever-burning flame that doesn't just light up the world but changes it, reshapes everything it touches. In Heat of the Everflame, we are thrown into a world where fire is both a gift and a curse, where legends breathe and secrets smolder beneath the ashes. This is not a story about magic that saves kingdoms or heroes who are born brave. This is a story about transformation, about what it means to be consumed by something greater than yourself and still find the strength to rise. The Everflame is a mythical force said to be eternal. It doesn't just burn. It tests, it seeks out those who dare to approach it and reveals who they truly are. Some say it's a god in disguise. Others claim it's a curse left over from the old war. All agree on one thing: those who find it are never the same. The story begins in the village of Drenmore, a forgotten place tucked into the cliffs where the sea meets the mountains. Here we meet Kaelen, a quiet but observant blacksmith. Apprentice with a haunted past and a deep scar on his hand he refuses to explain. Kaelen's life is as predictable as the forge he works in until the night the sky catches fire and the Everflame calls. A storm of fire descends upon the land, not in destruction but in invitation. The flame chooses and Kaelen is marked the mark. Is not visible but he feels it like a heat in his bones, a pull that won't let him sleep. Within days, strangers begin to arrive in Drenmore, mercenaries, scholars, fire priests, and even a thief with a crown-shaped burn. On her arm, all of them heard the call. All of them are looking for the Everflame, but none of them are prepared for what it actually is. As Kaelen leaves his village, he's swept into a journey across a divided realm where the flame has touched many but spared few. He travels with a mismatched group, each member carrying their own scars, their own fire. Each has a reason for chasing the myth, but the closer they get, the more dangerous the truth becomes. There is Liss, a former soldier turned fire-scarred wanderer who believes the flame can cleanse her of guilt. Orion, the scholar who has spent his life researching flame myths, convinced the Everflame is the last remnant of the old gods. Then there's Kaelen, a fire wielder who can control embers with a flick of his hand but fears what the flame might awaken in him. What binds them together isn't trust but desperation. They are drawn by a force none of them fully understand and haunted by visions that seem more real than the waking world. As they cross burning fields, shattered temples, and ruins still warm, from ancient fires the flame begins to speak, not with words but with memories and heat. The Everflame isn't just an element, it's a test. Each member of the group begins to see their past, raw and unfiltered, burning before their eyes. The flame reveals their regrets, their betrayals, their failures. It doesn't offer forgiveness. It offers a choice: to burn away what they were or to be consumed by it. Kaelen's own past slowly unravels. He was not always a blacksmith's apprentice. He once stood before the flame as a child and turned away. His scar is not from a forge but from that moment of fear. He thought he had buried it, but the Everflame remembers, and it's calling him back to finish what he started. The deeper they journey, the more the Everflame changes them. Some gain strange abilities. Others lose control. Some are driven mad by the visions. While some begin to understand that the flame doesn't choose people for greatness, it chooses those who are broken because only the broken can be rebuilt. In the ruined city of Sarath, the group finds the flame's heart. Not a temple, but a crater pulsing with heat and light. There they meet the Flame Warden, an ancient being, part human, part fire, who guards the Everflame's core. He tells them the truth. The Everflame is not a gift, not a curse, but a mirror. It shows you your truth and gives you one chance to remake yourself if you dare. Each member of the group faces the flame. One by one, they step into the fire and either emerge changed or disappear forever. For some, it's redemption. For others, it's the end. Kaelen is the last. He steps into the Everflame not with hope, but with resolve. He accepts his fear, his past, his failure. The fire doesn't burn him. It frees him. It doesn't give him power. It gives him clarity. He returns not as a hero, but as someone reborn. But the story doesn't end there, because the Everflame never rests, it moves. It waits for the next soul ready to face it. Heat of the Everflame is not a typical fantasy tale. It's poetic and raw, built on emotion and internal conflict as much as action. The pacing builds like a fire, slow at first, then roaring forward as revelations come like sparks catching dry leaves. What makes this story stand out is its honesty. It doesn't offer easy answers. The characters are flawed. Their pain is real. Their choices cost something. The Everflame is both antagonist and guide forcing everyone to confront who they are when stripped of masks. The world building is immersive, filled with ruined kingdoms, old gods, long forgotten, and cultures shaped by fire worship. It feels ancient and alive, smoky and vibrant. The Everflame's influence is everywhere in songs, symbols, and scars passed from generation to generation. But what truly hooks the listener is the emotion. Kaelen's journey is deeply personal and universally relatable. Who hasn't wanted to erase a mistake, to burn away guilt, to start over? The Everflame gives that chance, but demands everything in return. This audiobook grips you not with battle scenes or grand wars, but with the slow, simmering tension of inner battles. It whispers that the real heat doesn't come from fire, but from truth, and when that truth is faced head-on, it can either destroy or transform. If you're looking for a story that leaves scorch marks on your heart, one that blends myth and human, emotion in a masterful dance, Heat of the Everflame is it? It's a journey into the self, disguised as a Quest A fantasy with the soul of a confessional, a fire you won't forget. The Everflame burns not to destroy, but to reveal, and once you hear its heat, once you feel its pulse, you won't be able to turn away, because it might just be calling you too.